Hey guys, today we have another theoretical loot video, and in this video we will be covering Arraxi. So let's just quickly go over the loot table of Arraxi. There are 3 drops you will always guaranteed get from Arraxi. These are contained in the Arraxi drop table, the food and potions drop table, and the main loot drop table. So for example, let's have a look at the Arraxi drop table, and it is marked as 100% drop table on the screen right now. It says Arraxite arrows or Arraxite pheromone. Now, why this is in the 100% drop table, even though you don't always get a pheromone, is because you always either get arrows or pheromones. So if you do get arrows, you're not gonna get a pheromone, and if you get a pheromone, you're not gonna get any arrows, one being obviously more rare than the other. So for the food and potions table, you get either rocktails, Saradomin brews, super restore flasks, or overload flasks if you do have 96 herb lore and has crafted one overload before. Now for the main loot, you always get one of these items as well, and for the Grammy Lantodimes, the dwarf weeds, they always come in a pile, so you always get both of them at the same time. It is completely the same thing with adamantite ore and coal. For the more rare drop table items now, we have the leg pieces at a uncommon drop rate, we have the weapon parts as a rare drop, and then we have the pets obviously as a very rare or varies drop rate. We also have the effigy as a very rare drop table item. These are all completely separate drops, meaning that you can get a spider leg piece at the same time as you get a weapon part, at the same time as you get an effigy, at the same time as you get a pet. So for the actual luckiest drop in the world for this boss, they're all gonna be in there. So this is all the loot you would get from one extremely lucky Arraxi kill. You would get 1 pheromone worth 3.4 million. Then you would either get 15 Saradomin brews or 6 overload flasks depending on your herb lore level. And for charms you would get the max amount of charms, which is in this case 20, and of course the blue versions. Then for the main loot table, you would get 2 uncut onyxes worth 2550k. Now that all the so-called trash loots are done with, you would for the rare drops get 1 spider leg piece. The piece does not matter what kind it is, they are all worth exactly the same. You need all the 3 pieces of a leg to combine it into a spider's leg worth 162 mil at the current grand exchange price, and therefore I cut that price in 3, giving the leg a value of roughly 53.8 mil. Then we have the Arraxi's web, which is the most profitable weapon piece of them all combined with a spider's leg. And for the last 2 items you will get the Arraxi pet along with some sweet experience in the form of an effigy. So all in all, 1 kill would grant you 120 million GP, and below that you can see the specifics for if you would get the overload flasks or with the Saradomin brews, with the top one being the overload flasks. So that is pretty good profit for one single Arraxi kill. Now that we are done with the luckiest drop possible, let's take a look at the depressingly low numbers for the unluckiest drop possible that Arraxi can give us. So the Arraxi ground rule is that she cannot drop less than 3 items a kill. It is literally impossible, so this is the 3 least valuable of those 3 forced items that she can drop, with the first one being 70 Arraxite arrows worth close to 13k. Then from the consumables we have 8 rocktails combined worth 18k. And for the last items you can either get 10 dwarfweed seeds worth 116k, or if we're going for just purely the lowest amount of GP, you could change that for a Triskelion piece worth 0 GP. And all in all, the unluckiest drop from Arraxi is worth 146.8k with the dwarf seeds, and without the seeds you would get a drop worth 30k, which would be so sad to get. So now knowing that Arraxi can either range from 120 mil to 30k GP per kill, we are done with this video. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed it. This did take me a long time to make, but it wasn't due to the fact that it was a lot of editing, even though it was more due to the fact that I really screwed up on the commenting. I was really bad at commenting today, but that's just how it is. And in the end of this video, the absolute last seconds of this video, you guys can hear quite some hilarious fails that I did. So yeah, thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and if you did like this video, make sure to check out the other luckiest theoretical loot videos. They are pretty cool. So thank you all for watching once again, and see you in the next video. And for the last 2 items you would get the Arraxi pet, along with some sweet experience in the form of an